You swear or affirm the testimony you provide this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Thank you. You can lower your hands. Let the record reflect that Ms. Janae Gonzalez has been duly sworn in, as well as a witness for the Attorney General's office, Ms. Angela Balcazar. Ms. Bryant?
Yes, Your Honor. We would like to begin by asking to do a temporary order, or first asking the court to take judicial notice of the file and all of its contents, specifically the petition to establish the parent-child relationship that was filed on or about August 20th of 2024, as well as the service that was sent to Mr. Julian Gonzalez on or about January the 6th of 2025.
This court will take judicial notice of all documents within the court's file, specifically the pleading that was filed by the Attorney General's office. It is a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. That pleading was filed on or about August 20th of 2024. And the court will further take judicial notice of the return of service for Mr. Julian Gonzalez. He was served on or about January 6, 2025 at approximately 12:56 in the afternoon. And the return of service has been on file with the district clerk's office since January 8th, 2025. No answer has been filed by Mr. Gonzalez.
All right, Your Honor, may I share my screen, please?
Yeah.
Right, there we go. It should be showing. The state would like to mark for identification Exhibit A, which shows the notification that was sent to Mr. Gonzalez that has the date and time for today's hearing, as well as the instructions for logging on. The state would like to request that this be admitted as Exhibit A.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have an objection with this document being admitted into evidence?
No, Your Honor.
States A admitted. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Okay, the state would like to call his first witness, Ms. Angela Balcazar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Balcazar, can you state your name for the record, please?
Angela Balcazar,
All right, and can you tell me where do you work?
the Office of Attorney General of Texas.
Okay, and what do your duties entail as a employee for the Office of the Attorney General?
I investigate sources of income and help the parties negotiate and establish child support.
Okay, and are you familiar with the case involving our NCP today, Mr. Julian Gonzalez?
Yes.
Okay, and have you had time to research whether or not he is gainfully employed?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and is he gainfully employed?
He is, yes.
All right, and were you able to determine what his gross monthly resources are?
I was. That is in the amount of 1,766 with 84 cents.
Okay, and during what period was this gross monthly income calculated?
The first 3 quarters of 24 and the last quarter of 25.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to clarify that one more time. What were the time periods for that?
Give me 1 second. I apologize. I have it
You're
right
okay.
here. Yes, the first quarter of 25 and the last 3 quarters of 24.
Okay, sounds good. Excuse me. Were you able to determine whether or not he has health insurance available through his employer?
I was not able to obtain that. No, ma'am.
Okay. And are you aware if Mr. Gonzalez has any other children under the age of 18?
Yes, he has one other child.
Okay, and is he court obligated to provide anything for that child?
I did not obtain that information.
Okay, no problem. And then how were you able to confirm that the Julian Gonzalez that we're talking about today is the same one that you're able to pull information for?
I was able to match the social security number.
Perfect, sounds good. Your Honor, the state would like to pass this witness.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any questions of Ms. Balcazar?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Balcazar. You're free to go.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Bryant?
Okay, Your Honor, we would like to call our next witness, Ms. Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez, can you state your name for the record, please?
Janae Gonzalez.
Okay. And we're here today to discuss Marie Or can you pronounce your daughter's name for us? Sorry.
Amira Marie Gonzalez.
All right. And at the time of her birth, were you currently married?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. And then at the time that she was conceived, were you married at that time either?
No,
Okay. Um, is there anyone outside of Mr. Julian Gonzalez that could possibly be the father of A. Marie?
no,
Okay. And then at any point has Mr. Gonzalez ever denied being the father to your daughter?
yes.
Okay. And when was that?
Throughout pretty much 4 years. I mean, since she was born.
Okay. But were you intimate with anyone else during that time period?
No,
Okay. And up until this point, has he been active in your daughter's life?
no.
Uh, did you and Mr. Gonzalez ever live together at any point in time?
Yes, we did.
Okay, and during that period, did he hold your daughter out as his child? Was he performing fatherly duties, helping you take care of her, any of that stuff?
No, mainly it would be me. I would I would do everything for her. So,
And when she was born, how long did you guys live together during that period?
uh, well, we separated when I was 2 months pregnant due to domestic violence as well. So, um,
Okay, but are you confident that he is the father of your daughter?
yes, yes,
Okay. Now, today, we're here to address conservatorship. And in the state of Texas, we tend to believe that it's in the best interest of the child for both parents to be allowed to make medical and educational decisions for that child, which is known as joint managing conservatorship. Do you think this would be in the best interest of your daughter?
no.
Okay. And can you tell us why you don't think that would be in her best interest?
I mean, he's never cared for her, if I'm being honest. I mean, he's always said that she wasn't his. Sorry. Um, sorry. Uh, she also, because of the situation that happened and because of the domestic violence, she does not want to be around him. She's not comfortable around him. I mean, she has nightmares still, so she tells me that she does not want to see him. So I don't want to put her in that position where she's uncomfortable because she doesn't feel safe around him.
Okay. And so are you asking the court to be sole managing conservator today?
Yes,
To be the one making all of the decisions for your daughter?
yes.
Okay. Um, Next, in terms of support for your daughter, has Mr. Gonzalez ever provided you any financial support or direct payments?
No.
Okay. Um, and then lastly, do you think that any harm would come to you or your daughter if your information was included in the order today?
Yes.
Can you talk to us more about that? What you think would possibly come about if your information is included?
Just harassment. If my number were to get to him, I would be getting harassed. Um, I just don't feel safe around him just because of domestic violence that's happened 4 years. So,
Okay, no problem. Your Honor, I would like to pass this witness.
Do you have any other witnesses?
I do not have any other witnesses.
Judge Gonzalez, I do have a few follow-up questions. You had indicated to the court that there was some domestic violence between you and Mr. Gonzalez. Without providing the court too much detail, what happened?
he was very jealous. I mean, if other men would look at me, it would be my fault. So he would hit me and he would bite me, he'd pull my hair, drag me. So in our last incident, we were in a vehicle and my kids were in the back seat as well. And he pretty much tried to kill us that night, running red lights and driving recklessly.
So you indicated that this happened 4 years ago, but this seems like it was more than one occasion.
It's been ongoing. We were on and off for 4 years.
So when was the last incident of domestic violence between you and Mr. Gonzalez?
April 27th, 2025, this year.
And what happened this year? I mean, that was just what, a few months ago.
Yes.
What happened?
We went to a quince, and of course, some men were looking at me. He got jealous. I tried to avoid the situation into getting into the car and waiting for him, but on the way home, he was just yelling at me, yelling at the kids. He was hitting, yeah, he started hitting me, and he was pulling my hair, hitting my head against the window. And then he elbowed my daughter, well, Amira, in the nose. So she had a bruise and bloody nose. And then he started driving really fast, running red lights, driving really crazy. So my kid, like, they were flying in the back seat. And he was just yelling the whole time. We lived in the Northeast, so it happened in Montana Vista area, all the way to the Northeast. Yeah.
I wanted to get a picture if it was a one-time incident, if it's happened several times. But it does appear that it is an issue with Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes.
And he has done this in front of your children as well. Is that my understanding?
Yes, multiple times.
And it does appear that you testified that the children have been affected, being witnesses to this violence as well.
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Bryant?
Your Honor, the state would just like to rest and close and make our recommendation. Okay, we're recommending that we do temporary orders today for Ms. Gonzalez. We're asking that there be a non-disclosure put into place to protect her identity just based on the events that she's testified today in regards to domestic violence. In terms of conservatorship, we would like to grant her sole managing conservatorship. We're asking that paternity due is established today so that we can get some support for Ms. Gonzalez. Excuse me, Your Honor. And then in regards to child support, we recommend that Mr. Gonzalez pay $263 a month in child support and $79 in medical support. And we would like to request that we reserve the rights for access and possession and retroactive payments and family violence for the final hearing.
So why temporary orders for today?
Because in regards to access and possession, we're requesting that, or in terms of family violence, Ms. Gonzalez had indicated possibly filing for a protective order against him. And we wanted to get that on the record.
Okay.
And also have time to do retroactive calculations and all of those things.
Okay, well, I think we can do all of that today. I'll give you some
Okay.
time to put some retroactive child support judgments. I'll give you a little bit of time, but I think all the other issues we can address today.
Okay.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have anything else you would like to address the court?
No, Your Honor, I think it's been covered.
And anything that we do today does not prevent you from moving forward on any future protective orders. I'll make some orders today that will keep your information and Marie also safe. So based on the testimony and evidence before this court, I will find that Mr. Julian Gonzalez is the father of a Mary Marie Gonzalez. The two last names are different only by the last letter. We're going to keep her last letter as S. So I will also appoint Ms. Gonzalez to be the sole managing conservator and Mr. Gonzalez, the possessory conservator. There will be a finding that there has been domestic violence in the past, and as such, does rebut that joint managing conservator presumption. I will also suspend any and all access and possession until Mr. Gonzalez presents himself to the court. There will be no geographic restriction, and I will grant the non-disclosure request. With regards to current child support and medical support obligations, I will follow those recommendations. With regards to retroactive child support, I will give the Assistant Attorney General some time, or if you need to ask any further questions of Ms. Gonzalez regarding that sole issue, but I think all of the other issues were addressed. So, Ms. Gonzalez, your daughter is how old?
She's 7, Your Honor.
And the last time that you and Mr. Gonzalez ever resided together or were together as a couple, if you have the month and date or year?
We got back together in December of 2024, and I left April 27th.
And that was due to the incident that happened?
Yes, ma'am.
So the back child support or retroactive child support, when are you asking that to begin?
I'm sorry?
But how far back are you asking for back child support? It seems like you were on again, off again. The last time you were together as a couple, it appears it was right before that incident happened. So are you looking for child support to begin since that incident, or from any past gaps of period where you were not together as a family?
Yes, we're not together.
Okay, so in the last 4 years, how long were you together in terms of years?
Boy, we were on and off. So since she was born, it was up until four years. Till she was 4 years is when we had gotten back together. I gave him that opportunity to meet her.
Okay.
And then we were together for about a year. And
It was about maybe 2 years or 24 months that you did not live together, you were not together as a couple, or would it have been more than 24 months?
oh, it's because it's hard because we were on and off. Like,
Well, we can only go back 4 years, so I'm looking at the last 4 years.
okay.
So in those last 4 years, thinking about that time frame, would you say it was more than 2 years that you were not together, or more than 2 years that you were together within that time frame?
2.
So about
No,
24
like, I think like a year and a half
that you were together or you were not together?
that we were together.
Okay. So out of the 48 months, about 18 months of it you were together.
Yes.
So we're looking at 30 months. And then has Mr. Gonzalez ever done the same type of work that he's doing right now? Was it the same kind of work, or was it something different?
No, something different.
What kind of work was he doing in the past?
He used to work for a beer company,
Okay.
with glazers.
Okay, do you have income information?
I do not.
Do you know if he was earning the same amount that he's earning now?
No, he was earning more.
So at the very least, he was earning what we have testified, or we had evidence for today, right?
Yes.
All righty. So this is what I'll do for retroactive child support. If you can calculate 30 months, Ms. Bryant, at the current support,
Mhm.
and that would be how much?
So he also has one other child that's 2 months apart from this one. And so
Older than the daughter before us, or younger?
the other child is younger.
Okay. And was the child born within the last 4 years?
Yes, the child is only 2 months younger than the child that's before the court right now. So they're the same age. They're both,
Okay, so child support would be the same, calculated using the same income amount.
okay, no problem.
No, I'm asking you. I mean, was there another deviation that you were?
Yes, typically we
Yeah.
subtract because, honestly, Your Honor, I think you're absolutely correct. Let me just do the calculation as
The
you
only thing
presented.
you would need to take out would be the $79 cash medical support because he didn't provide any medical support during that time.
So we have a total of $7,890 in retroactive payments.
$7,890.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will grant that retroactive child support judgment. Order that Mr. Gonzalez pay that judgment at a rate of $100 per month with all obligations to begin July 1st of 2025. I did see there was a non-disclosure request for Mr. Gonzalez that is denied. And Mr. Gonzalez is also ordered to pay any and all court costs as billed. So Ms. Gonzalez, that will finalize the case for today. That doesn't mean that you will come back unless there's some other pleadings that get filed, but unless there's anything else, that will conclude the hearing. Entry will be this Friday by noon.